Welcome to TesseLeads with your host, Tesse and co-host me, Paula Okone. TesseLeads has and continues to be a safe and sensitive and supportive place where we share, we hear, and we tell each other's stories and tell your stories most of the time. But this is 2024 and we're going to change things. So in this TesseLeads, Tesse and I are going to be sharing our stories, our hopes and expectations for 2024. Tesse?
Paula, I'm so delighted to be with you in 2024. You know, we have to be appreciative when we say New Year. And I'm really excited about sharing our ideas and our thoughts for 2024 for the podcast. I also want to say a big thank you to our listeners. They've been awesome. You've been awesome, listeners, because you've given us a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, and as much as possible, we put your ideas and your thoughts together and come up with different things. So, Paul, I'm going to ping pong back to you because you did this to me, and I think it's only fair that we do, tag team. What stood up for you from 2023? What were the kind of things, themes like, that stood up for you?
So for me, 2023 was a year when Tesse and my roles kind of reversed. Let me explain. So prior to 2023, Tesse was always on to me, Paula, let's do more things. Let's be more creative. Let's bring people on the show and, have fun times and, just be a little less stiff. And I was like, that's not me. And then 2023 rolled around and I was like, I think I'm going to do IG Live. And IG Live was a new tool for me. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I went back to my very adventurous host, Tesse, and said, Tesse, would you join me? She was like, absolutely not. That is too scary. So in a nutshell, 2023 for me was a year in which I stepped out of my comfort zone. I stepped out of, out of fear, I should say, fear of the camera, believe it or not. And, embraced what I felt God had for me, which was coming onto the camera, speaking with guests, in my case, speaking with women in the majority of the time, and doing it on IG Live. And that made me so comfortable with the camera so that when I was offered the opportunity or given the opportunity to be a show host on a live TV show, I said yes. I don't know who was more shocked, me or my friends or my family. So that's what 2023 was for me.
Paula, I wasn't expecting this. I really didn't expect that, but it's absolutely true. I think what happened, because I've actually analyzed what I think happened. I thought I was ready for live stuff. And then when you went on IG, and I was so happy for you. I got cold feet because I think the lawyer in me came out, and that legal side of me is always about knowing what's going to come out, what's going to happen, being in control, editing stuff and stuff. And I think that piece came to the fore and I thought, actually, this live thing, but I did do a few. I did, I did a couple with you and I did do one live thing, but that was it. I knew where my boundaries are. But what I did do, Paula, and you know this, is that I did an Instagram on Smiley Test. I went more down the poetry route. And I
Yes.
started writing more poems and I started creating things in writing and expressing myself in the written word in a way that I hadn't done since you and I were 12 and 13. And that was quite a new space for me to be having my poetry in public. And what you don't know, Paula, but which happened last year was that I was invited to speak at some national events by Road Peace and I actually read my work out and some of it got published in newsletters, etc. So who would have known that my poetry would actually get a national place? I didn't know. So yes, we did exchange roles, but I think what also we did was go down different routes because I know that you're not into poetry, and I found that my heart was in poetry.
And I shake my head, not because I don't appreciate it. I admire all poets. I think, and poetesses, is that the word?
Poetesses.
Yeah. Poetesses. So I
Mm,
admired Tessie, and I have admired her creativity way back when we were 12 or 13. I couldn't write a poem to save my life, but she is so creative. So yeah, Smiley Tessie, I have to say, really brought out that side in you that I hadn't seen in years. And for those of you who have not had an opportunity to go to Smiley Tessie, that's Tessie's IG handle, please do. You will be bowled over. Well, it's private, so she has to approve you, but her work is incredible. She, that comes natural to her. But anyway, back to 2024. So what are we saying? Or what do you want? What are you looking forward to in 2024 for you, Tessie?
Okay, so I'm going to go big picture. So Paula, you know this, but a lot of our listeners won't, that last year I won an award which was chartered by the Chartered Governance Institute, and it was as champion for governance 2023. And a lot of people were congratulating me and also saying to me, look, Tesse, we would like you to tell your story. So through the podcast and through the YouTube channel, I'm going to tell my story. And the theme is healing, which is my word for the year. My word for 2024 is healing. And this is healing childhood to champion, because it starts from my early days in Belfast to where we are today and the steps that got me through those things. It's been requested and I give people what they ask for. But also through the year in different ways, we're going to be looking at healing twinned with well-being and resilience and leadership. So there will be some of our guests that will come on. Some of them are writers and authors. Some of them are TEDx speakers. And they're going to be talking to what they did to become successful and how that links to some of the struggles, some of the challenges they faced. Because often people talk of overnight wonders, overnight things. And these people will testify that their success was not overnight, what they do. And we're going to have brilliant sharing on things like digging, resourcefulness, excavating ruins can actually lead to healing and lead to greater awareness of who we are. So we have a wonderful guest coming to tell us about excavating memories. She's an author, but also she is somebody who works with archaeologists, and they do these things. We're going to have someone who's going to talk about fear and how facing our fears can lead us to be successful. And that's absolutely amazing. And we're going to hear from somebody. So all guests are coming back, Paula. So all guests are like DTK. We love DTK, don't we? And
We
DTK is
do.
coming
We had
back.
such a great time
David Taylor
calling.
Klaus is coming back, and he's going to talk. And our lovely Deborah Alcock Tyler, who we adore. She's coming back to talk about feedback and feed forward. And you never have a boring day when Deborah is. I'm even laughing already. You never have a boring day. And Paula, we have the wonderful Miriam Olonye coming to talk about a book and review a book with us. And we are going to hear again from Erin Randall, who both of us are going on her magnesium course, and we're going to glean that, but she's coming back and doing some more reviews with us. So we have a really packed year, but the most important thing we are saying to people is this is not a one and done thing. These are things we have thought about. If people have ideas or things that they want to talk about, let us know, and we will see how much we can incorporate those things and get them on the show. But before I hand back to you, Paula, I want to say thank you to you. because you continue to inspire me, to motivate me, and to teach me about the practicalities of sharing technically and otherwise. So thank you to you, my co-host, my friend, and my coach. Thank you very much.
And I couldn't close this show without saying thanks to you as well. You got me out of my ultra technical mind, and you expanded my horizon in that. No, I mean, I was never much of I like to read technical books, but she's making me, encouraging me, not making me, encouraging me to read more books that are outside of my comfort zone. And with that, there's growth, there's expansion of the mind. So, there's nothing better than a growth mindset. And Tesse, you've done that for me. Made me come out of my comfort zone of everything has to be tech.
No, but I think they say iron sharpens iron, right? And I think we're good for each other. This is where diversity comes in. But Paula, it would be remiss of me not to say congratulations to you on the success of your TV show, Win-Win Woman. And you you were the most highly watched show of 2023.
In fall of 2023.
The fall of 2023.
Yes.
And that, given that you just started, I think that was absolutely awesome. Weren't you surprised, Paula?
I was shocked. Surprise does not carry the same weight for me as shocked. Like, really? Because, those who have heard my stories, our earlier story, will know I didn't like anything. I didn't like, when I say I didn't like, I mean, I admired people who were comfortable in front of the camera. That was not me. But as I said, in 2023, January, the Lord did something in me. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try IG Live. That helped. So I know we have gone a bit over our time, and we have given our amazing audience an inkling of what to expect in 2024. There's more, but we can't tell you everything. So we ask that you continue to support us, you continue to be our faithful guests. We couldn't do this without you, our listeners. I say guests, but guests, our listeners, and vice versa. And we encourage those of you who haven't yet been a guest on our show, that if you would like to be a guest on TesseLeads, just reach out to us on our website, which is TesseLeads.com/contact us. And we'll be delighted to have you come on and be a guest. Thank you.